You know, like a fucking party. Let's get down.
Gustavo and I are fucking partying.
Yeah, I do like pictures.
Yeah. Safari, motherfucker.
Creative movement.
Discombobulate.
Music was the only route I possibly could have taken. That wasn't actually what I said. It was the original foundation feeling that we had when we was making the music. It wasn't for big rooms, it wasn't for festivals, it was for small dingy clubs with big massive sound system. The shows were amazing, like I could never knock the shows. Like we was playing 20,000 people for stages at festivals and I think it just wasn't exciting me anymore, and it just got to the point where it was all about drops. But originally it wasn't. It was about a vibe and almost meditation, almost at one point. That movement is still going. But I've kind of been there. We did it the first time round. We'd done that. We did an important thing. We built this sound.
I don't want to see no more bloodshed. I don't want to see no more violence and crash.
It was zoning out and actually listening to what's going on rather than such impact and such testosterone-fueled music, where it kind of lost a lot of its groove, and it was every record started to sound similar to the last. It was everything that started to sound the same and a little bit soulless. We're all to blame as well. Like, it's not anyone else's fault other than our own. It's just, we want to make people go crazy, and that's what they was going crazy to. Trancey breakdown, big build up, huge squealing drop. I fell into the trap of playing shows like that, and I got to the point where I had to play certain records, and I was never about that, and it got to the point where I felt like a robot, just playing records what everyone wanted to hear rather than sort of playing records that people hadn't heard, which is what I always used to do. When I used to play dub plates, I just used to play my own records, like brand new stuff no one had heard, and it got to the point where I found myself starting to play records that I didn't necessarily like, and that's when it kind of becomes meaningless.
Smuggling, Jedi coaching, dark side coaching.
I wasn't feeling inspired anymore. My main thing is I'm a producer, and you need to be constantly inspired by what's going on around you, and if it's not, you find it hard to be inspired. So I probably would have stopped making music because I would have just had a writer's block. That's what I kept finding more and more, that I was getting writer's block a lot more. And I only used to get it once every 2 years, writer's block. It would be like a real horrible 2 weeks where I'd be like depressed because I couldn't make any music.
Told me this morning that he's never seen Silence of Labs.
I had listened to so much different music and like couldn't play it out. I couldn't play a disco record at a dubstep night.
I'm very interested to see how my show goes today, because obviously it's kind of it's the first time I'm playing hard and not playing dubstep. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
I hate when you get the one guy at the front of the show who's screaming you play dubstep, and it's like, will you play this and this and that? Like, records I made in 2004, 2005, and it's like, well no, because I haven't played them since 2004, 2005. Why am I just going to play it tonight? You know I'm not going to play it, but it's like, this is a new chapter. Like, come with me or fuck off.
I hate these frat boy cups. They just remind me of American Pie.
The records I've made are still there. The sets that have been recorded are still there. Like, I haven't taken, it's not like I've taken every like everything I've ever done away from everyone and been like, right, that's gone. I'm fully aware of what I've done over the last sort of 10 years. We created a movement. We created a genre. And I was part of the backbone of creating it, so I can't be mad at that, because I'm proud of that. I'm still proud to this day of what we've done, you know? And it's still like, that influenced so many other genres, and it still is. It is that thing again. I've done one genre since I was 14. I'm 27 now. Like, it's a big chunk of my life, like just sticking to just one thing.
Just started DJing really at like 11, and then wanted to take it to the next level of like, there wasn't enough stuff what I wanted, and it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be.
I can't really see how people can call me a bandwagon jumper when I've sort of owned my own bandwagon for so long, you know? It's like, it's not an easy thing for me to do what I've done. I've never jumped bandwagon, like, I've never been that guy. This is a conscious decision for my creativity and for what I want to do. I started to find inspiration from the sort of UK bass / house movement at the time.
If your girl only knew that you was trying to get with me, what would she do? If your girl only knew.
Like, I've always bought house records, so I'm from UK garage, house and garage, so it was just an obvious thing. Like, it felt natural, let's say, rather than obvious. It just felt natural, and yeah, I've been extremely happy. About 2.5 years, it sort of, the thoughts started to enter my head. It was when I was working a lot with a duo called Instrumental, who one half is now Bodica. And I was working in the studio with them a lot, and D-Bridge, the drum and bass producer. And they started they stopped sort of making drum and bass, and they all sort of slowly started to do their own thing. And Bodica, who's now massive, he was starting messing with sort of techno stuff and house stuff. It was like, on a professional level, it was then, because it was just the rawness that they was capturing. It was like a drastic change, sort of from drum and bass to making techno, but you could still hear the influence, and it was like, I was like, this is really cool. A mode selector asked me to do a one-off techno set about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and that was my first public sort of techno like set performance, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it, and it seemed so interesting compared to what I'd been playing. The Boiler Room, Tech South by Southwest. It'd been a crazy few days anyway.
And we're gonna have some noise for everyone. The carnage is gonna go back at somebody's house. I'm coming back to one of your houses.
Harbouring a hangover of like 4-day partying, like literally being up for days. And I was just frustrated and just snapped, really. I tried to incite a riot, I think, at one point. it's as funny as it is cringeworthy. There's a whole new side of music that I haven't experienced or been a part of, which I'm really excited to be a part of, and shows, places and parties I haven't done before, and it's all new to me now. It's all new again, and that's why it's so exciting. It's like it's all new experiences, and that's kind of what it's about. Like not just music, but life, right? It's seeing all things we haven't seen, and I'm currently doing it. So yeah. My future sounds like, at the moment, what I'm playing. House, techno, disco records.